Paranormal investigation is more than a job. It's a calling, a compulsion to confront the unknown, to stand face to face with the shadows that haunt our world. So, when the opportunity arose to spend a night locked inside Cranbrook Mental Asylum, I didn't hesitate. Cranbrook was notorious. Whispers of its dark history followed me for years. I craved to experience its energy firsthand. This wasn't about proving or disproving ghosts, it was about immersion, about confronting the rawest, most unsettling aspects of the paranormal. Fear is a powerful motivator. It can paralyze or embolden. For me, it's fuel. It sharpens my senses, heightens my awareness. I wanted to feel that primal fear, to understand its grip on this haunted ground. This was my chance to dive headfirst into the abyss. Cranbrook Mental Asylum opened its doors in 1903. It quickly became a dumping ground for the unwanted, the mentally ill, the forgotten, the inconvenient. Overcrowding was rampant, resources were scarce. The air itself felt thick with despair. Stories of abuse and neglect seeped from the asylum's walls. Patients subjected to horrific medical experiments, forced lobotomies, electroshock therapy gone wrong. Their screams seemed to echo through the decades. The asylum closed in 1987, but the darkness lingered. Local legends spoke of tormented souls trapped within, patients driven mad by their treatment, doctors and nurses forever bound to the site of their cruelty. I had researched Cranbrook extensively. I knew the stories, I'd seen the disturbing photographs, but nothing could prepare me for the weight of its history. The moment I stepped onto the grounds, I felt a bone-chilling coldness, a sense of overwhelming sadness. The asylum loomed before us, a Gothic monolith against the darkening sky. Its windows, like vacant eyes, stared back with an unnerving intensity. The iron gates creaked open, a sound like fingernails scraping down a chalkboard. We stepped inside, the air instantly turning stale and cold. The stench of decay hung heavy, a mix of mildew, dust, and something sickly sweet. It clung to the back of my throat, a taste I couldn't quite place. The main hallway stretched before us, seemingly endless in the fading light. Shadows danced along the walls, cast by our flashlights. Each footstep echoed, amplified in the oppressive silence. Fear, icy and sharp, shot down my spine. This was it, no turning back. We were committed to this darkness. Section 4, Shadows Lengthened, Sanity Tested, Preparing for the Unknown. We set up our base camp in the old common room, a cavernous space with peeling paint and broken furniture scattered about. The remnants of a piano sat in the corner, its keys coated in dust and grime. Cameras were strategically placed to capture any activity. EMF readers, EVP recorders, and thermal imaging cameras were prepped and ready. We were armed with the tools of our trade, but nothing could truly prepare us for what lay ahead. As darkness fell, the energy in the asylum shifted. The air grew heavy, charged with an unseen electricity. The silence became almost unbearable, punctuated only by the creaking of the building and the pounding of my own heart. We split up, each taking a different section of the asylum. Alone with my thoughts and equipment, I ventured deeper into the heart of Cranbrook. Every shadow seemed to hold a threat. Every whisper of wind sounded like a scream. Section 5, The Unseen Eye, Cold Whispers in the Dead of Night. The old treatment wing was where the worst horrors occurred. I could feel it in my bones. The air hung thick with a palpable sense of dread. The floor was littered with broken glass and medical debris, a testament to the chaos that once reigned here. I walked slowly, my flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. The smell of disinfectant and decay intensified, making my stomach churn. A sudden cold spot sent shivers down my spine. The temperature dropped dramatically as if a freezer door had swung open. "Is anyone there?" I asked, my voice echoing in the emptiness. Silence. But I could sense I wasn't alone, a feeling of being watched, scrutinized by unseen eyes. A soft whisper brushed past my ear, indecipherable, yet undeniably human. My heart pounded in my chest. I swung around, but there was nothing there, just the shadows playing tricks on my sanity. Section 6, A Presence Made Known, Terror in the Treatment Room. I entered the old treatment room. A rusted gurney dominated the center of the room, its leather straps cracked and worn. The air was thick with the metallic tang of blood and fear. I could almost hear the screams of the patients echoing in my ears. As I reached out to touch the cold metal of the gurney, a blood-curdling scream pierced the silence. It was a raw, primal sound filled with pain and terror. I spun around, my heart racing. The scream seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. My flashlight flickered, casting grotesque shadows that danced across the walls. The temperature plummeted and a wave of nausea washed over me. I felt a presence, dark and malevolent, closing in around me. Suddenly, the gurney lurched violently. The metal frame twisted and groaned as if an unseen force was thrashing upon it. I stumbled back, fear gripping me like a vice. This was no trick of the mind, this was real. Section 7. Scars on the Soul. The lingering echoes of Cranbrook. I emerged from Cranbrook shaken to my core. The experience left an indelible mark on my soul. The darkness I encountered was palpable, suffocating. The residual energy of the suffering and despair clung to me like a shroud. I had gone into Cranbrook seeking answers, but I left with more questions. What I experienced transcended simple ghost hunting. It was a glimpse into the abyss, a confrontation with the darkest aspects of human nature and the lingering torment of the afterlife. The screams, the cold spots, the unseen presence, all pointed to a truth that chilled me to my bones. Cranbrook wasn't just haunted, it was a repository of pain, a place where the veil between our world and the next was thin and easily pierced. The experience changed me. It forced me to confront my own mortality, my own fears. I left a part of myself within those crumbling walls, a sacrifice to the darkness that resides there. And as I walked away from Cranbrook, I couldn't shake the feeling that something followed me home.